It took an awful lot of discipline, a lot of effort, and a lot of sacrifice to come to this day that we're able to pay off the mortgage and celebrate this grand occasion. Many of you served on the long-range planning committee back in the 90s when we first envisioned some possibility of this. Some of you were on the building committee. Some of you helped pick the site. All of you have helped in one way or another by chipping in what you were able to do. And I want to say, I am so proud of you and what you have accomplished. It is wonderful and amazing to come to this point 3 years earlier than we thought it would happen. But of course, as we sang in the psalm this morning, we give thanks to God for all of this. We can't do anything by ourselves. Everything we are and all we have is God's gift to us. God is the one in whom we live and move and have our being. And if the Lord does not build a house, what's the point? So we have to be following, of course, what the Lord's will is, as best we are able to discern that, and as best we are able to discipline ourselves and help each other to accomplish the things that God wants us to do. There's a disciple congregation in the Kansas City area. It's named Country Club Christian Church. The name has always bothered me, and I'm sure that I know that they're a very strong congregation. They do a lot of good in their community, but just the idea that anyone would name a church Country Club is just hard for me to swallow, I guess. There are churches, of course, who raise good sums of money for their budgets and who have beautiful music and who teach their children and do a lot of other things, but are more like clubs than they are like church. Church has to be welcoming of strangers. Church has to seek justice for everyone. Church has to be self-sacrificing. It has to look outward beyond its own walls and do things in the community. It has to be devoted to knowing God and to follow the daily practices of prayer and study. It's a big, well-balanced overall style of life that the church is called to be. And you all are doing a good job of that, I must say. I feel so good about this congregation, about your generosity and what you're doing in the community as well as here. And paying off this debt is going to present some challenges to us as well as opportunities. Because now we have the ability to do things that we have said we wanted to do, and now we'll see whether we actually do them now that we can. And so it's a responsibility as well as a great gift of freedom to be able to do the things that we're called to do. You may recall we have torn down 3 previous sanctuaries. This is a beautiful building. It is gorgeous. It's in a beautiful setting. You all helped design it. And it's going to take a lot of discipline to keep it maintained, to do all the repairs and the upgrades over the years that will be necessary. But we've already torn down 3 churches, 3 church buildings in the past. The 1854, the 1886, and the 1967 buildings were beautiful and functional in their time and place. And it was hard to say goodbye to them. Someday this will go the way of all flesh too, as beautiful as it is. So what is our legacy? What really matters? Well, of course, it's those acts of devotion and love and generosity which built this place and paid for it. Those acts will never go away. They will be remembered by God forever. Any act done in love, any act done in justice, in kindness, in mercy, is never lost. And that is our true legacy. That's our true wealth. It's in our relationships with God and each other in this earth. And as fragile and transitory as they seem, yet those are the things that really move and shake the earth. Those are the things that matter. Those are the things that remain. And we've done a lot of those things in order to pay off this debt. And I thank you so much for it. It's a wonderful occasion for us to give thanks to God for what God is doing in and through and among us. And so let us proceed with the celebration.
And now, trusting in your love and continued gracious provision, confident in and through your power, and dedicating ourselves anew to the support of our beloved church, and through that support, to the growth and expansion of the kingdom of love, light, justice, and peace, we burn this mortgage. who did